Hello and welcome into another episode of Unrolled Stories, a weekly D&D campaign set in the world of Elvoria. We are back with these wonderful humans, all together once again, finally, to roll some dice and attempt some questionable accents, and hopefully tell a decent story. We do have quite a few announcements to get through at the top, so to start things off, I'll pass over to Andrew.
Gethin, it's all fucked. We were too late, and now it's loose. That's right, folks. Douglas Wimbledon Smythe here to tell you all that, once again, it's all totally fucked, and we're all doomed. Because it's been released. Let loose upon the multiverse. That evil whose name whispers in the shadows, whose mention sends shivers into the core of the most hardy adventurer, Vecna Ascended, the expansion to last year's gold bestseller, Vecna's Book of Vile Darkness, by the team at Runic Press. And yes, it has been released on DriveThruRPG. So that you Dungeon Masters can horrify your players with sick new spells, horrifying monsters, and threaten the very campaign with a new big bad, the Vassal Ondicarius, the Vessel of Desolation. So, what is there left to say? We can all still resist, dear adventurers. There are glimmers of hope in the darkness, like new abilities and items for your characters to hold back the tide of evil against the evil most arcane and most foul. So go to DriveThruRPG today, get your copy of Vecna Ascended, and stand against the unspeakable horrors! Back to you, Gethin.
Exquisite. Been like fun writing that book, so I hope other people find a way to enjoy it too. Other announcements. The podcast is somewhere 50s, I think, at the point this episode goes out. So if you would prefer to listen to this campaign as an audio-only format, you can find us on Spotify and Apple Podcasts. And if you do, please leave us a review, because it does help, and it's nice to see. Quite simple as that. We should be caught up by the end of the month, if my maths is correct. Other than that, do you like dice? Do you like beautiful wooden tabletop accessories? Do you like Bernese Mountain Dogs as much as I do? There's one right down there. If so, then head over to Dakota Irish. They are an Irish dice and wooden tabletop producer with a Bernese Mountain Dog as a mascot. When you head over there, if you use code TheWelshDM at checkout, you can get a 10% discount at checkout as well. There'll be a link in the description to head over there. So if you want some stuff, go grab it. And you'll be supporting the show and this channel in the process. So thank you in advance. And thank you to Dakota Irish as well. And to finish off, in this game, we do make use of the Reimagined classes that are available also on the DM's Guild. Majority of the party actually do. So if you want to pick them up as part of a bundle, you can, and embody Balrick, Lesley, Aderyn, or Ximori at your table as well. And as always, all NPC art is provided by Erin Angelini's Art Venturing Guild. The character art, as is currently out there, is done by @LiveDoodles, and the Chibi battle map art, if it's being used, is WeTheDreamingDesigns. So do go check out those artists if you can, and support real artists. With all of that out of the way, this is smooth.
Here we go.
I think it's time to continue telling our story. Previously, you all had a friendly, if uncertain, conversation on the road from Gir Dothras heading to the town of Bandair at speed. A odd fey creature arrived at your camp and wanted to share in your food, share in your conversation, and maybe partake in some trade. Foxtrot Charlie, they introduced themselves as, and a few bits of trading went on, including 4 candles, bear balls, and some other elements as well. And he then departed bright and early the next morning at Ximori's request to try and ease Balrick's discomfort. You then, shortly afterwards, arrived in Sanroi Caar, finding the town that you had once visited on a stormy night and fled from, now half burned and half abandoned. Working your way through the town, you came across a place that had been done up as a kind of medical area, where you came across triage place, yes, where you came across a striking figure of definitely unique genetics, who introduced themselves as Arquen to you, Balrick noticing a little bit of glimmering magic to their touch. Arquen had been helping out the populace of this town for a couple of days, helping them recover as best that he could help. You spoke to the mayor to find out what had happened, and were told the story of a red-headed bard who introduced themselves as Smoke Fingers, performed at the end of Tianlong, causing most of the town to end up in flame before they disappeared themselves. Many of the town left to find refuge elsewhere, some in Jirdothras, some instead following the steps of the Rings of Karakash, a name now given to that extremist religious sect that you had originally run away from in this town, who had headed east towards Brecklian City. And then you helped around the town, the strong ones amongst you moving timber and showing off your glimmering muscles, the talented among you performing to kind of ease the troubles of a worried town.
And Aderyn was there.
And Aderyn was there, yes.
And Lesley was also there.
Lesley was just admiring the gun show.
Lesley
We were together.
Supervising.
With Aderyn. It was great.
Aderyn had a lovely little dream during the middle of the night and decided to spend the evening fully clothed, having a bath, until everyone else woke up. Speaking of being woken up, in the morning, in the twilight, is it twilight? Just before dawn?
No.
The
Morning light. Dawn
Rosy-fingered dawn.
You were
Homer
all
would put it.
awoken by a voice demanding the mages give themselves up, which is where we will pick up. The sun hasn't even crested the eastern horizon, and the sky is wreathed in patches of dark cloud, with burning red sunlight peeking through. While the lighting is dim, your minds are on high alert. Let all here know the way of the mage is a one of cowardice and shame. Hiding from their own consequences, sheltered by innocent lives. The scathing tone of the Castigator ringing through the quiet morning town as you all hurry to pack your things and figure out what you're going to do.
I'll show him fucking consequences. Aderyn's gonna go grab her staff.
the Cascade shop from outside. I think I was urgently going, no, let's go out the back. Let's leave out the back.
You were.
Yes.
Yeah.
Arquen is very hurriedly pulling on his arms.
I pick up some of my axes.
I think I might grab Aderyn and just like, we're not fighting here. You can't reveal yourself yet.
So what? We just keep running? We run every time?
We're in the middle of a town. We're not. Sorry. Go with it. Scotland.
Everyone get your accents together, come on, just group check.
Leslie.
It's fine, I'm just getting my beard ready.
Yes.
Tauri has a beard, that's canon.
We've got.
You're not a dwarf anymore.
It's never going to be the place.
You'll turn the town against us.
What's left
Be
of it?
properly wanted use instead of be blatant.
I will point out, we are being hunted by the mage hunters. They will be expecting magic. We have two choices. We can run, and they just keep following. And they will follow until the ends of the earth. Or we talk to them. Those are the two options.
I would like to interject.
The options.
Well, I think that there's never been a situation where I've talked to someone and it's ever ended up better for me afterwards. So I just want to put that out there.
Obviously, you can do all the talking in the world, but at some point you're going to have to fight, but I don't think this is the place. Let's get out the back, let's get to the wagon, we'll charge Dave through them. They're not going to stop a rampaging horse. We'll break their ranks and we'll stop outside of town.
Fine.
Where we have the advantage.
Arquen is a little bit... Could I have just a shred of context for this? You seem intimately familiar with this group.
I know of
Wrongfully
them.
accused of starting fires.
They are of the opinion
I
that
see.
we are the people who have set the fires. That is clearly untrue, because, well, there was a fire here, and we weren't here. Which is why it might make sense
we are
to
here
talk
now.
to them here, where we can get the mayor to confirm that there was a fire here, and we weren't here.
Is that just Gethin, is that all the Castigators we think they're after us for?
Roll me insight or history.
God, where are my dice?
I know, I
D&D
just
is my dice now. Oh my god.
It's the biggest crime of all.
Got new dice as well.
I could attempt to distract them. I've been here for some days.
Oh, can I roll this
Done
dice?
some good in this town.
It's
Yes!
No.
it's a D20, it's a 20 or a 1, that is it.
No, that is a D2, Chris.
It says 20. I could get a nat 20.
Could be funny. Could be funny.
It's a 1
It's a
or
bad one,
2
isn't it?
Alright.
1 or 2 points in.
Yeah, I'll roll a proper die, actually. Yeah.
What'd you get, Chris?
Can I keep the coin?
What'd you get?
You rolled a 1.
I might as well flip the coin.
At the minute, your brain is not firing. You just know that Castigators have been on your tail. You're certain there was something that initially set them off on you, but what your brain isn't figuring it out right now.
Is there a back way out of this sort of?
You canalized it
I
last
know
time. There's a
this
weak
town
wall.
decently well.
There's a weak wall that you can
Yeah, I
break
think
through.
you mentioned last time there was a wall that had only been like slightly rebuilt or something like that. Just do some mild property damage.
Just don't understand why they're after us. They've not seen us do any magic. They've not got any reason to come after us. And yet we're being chased around like a
We are runaway mages in their eyes. That is the reason.
With what proof?
Tauri's been caught doing magic in other places, and if they're being strict on the letter of the law. Yeah, I know
I
you
got fined
paid your
for that.
fine. I know you paid your fine, but
It
these
won't
guys
look
might not
good,
get.
but this empire is scared of magic for many a good reason. If
Maybe
they believe
down the
that there
back
are
wall while this
mages
is happening.
on the loose terrorizing people, that is all they need to hunt down anyone they think is a danger, and then
Well, they
deal
don't
with
sound
what
like they're
happens
gonna be-
afterwards.
Doesn't sound like they can be reasoned with. So I think
Let's
maybe.
leave that. I don't think we've got much time. They weren't sounding very patient, so let's kick out this back wall, sneak our way around.
As you say that, you just hear called from outside.
Is that going to make any noise?
Hide behind your companions. Don't stain them with your impurity.
As we go to leave, I'm going to cast Pass Without Trace on us.
Okay.
How many people does that cover? Oh, it's within
I
30
think
feet.
Anyone within
8.
30 feet moving.
Including an ox.
Up to 8 creatures.
They're going to
With
use
Well, not an
magic.
ox yet. You still got to get there.
Sure.
And you will not be rolling stealth when you're on a cart.
What?
What?
Let's stealthily barge through them.
No.
But just
Look at that
pick
cart!
up on
No one's
something,
driving it!
Ghost cart.
was there an announcement? Did they say they were looking for a particular person?
They just said
Yes.
mage.
I thought they said mage.
Yeah.
Mages,
And they-
to be fair, yes.
And also they said, like, don't hide behind your companions. So clearly it's like 1 or 2 people in a group, which
So it's,
fits
Could
this
be one
description.
new person.
I don't know how they know about Aderyn, because Aderyn kept pretty sly on it. Or,
Yeah.
what I reckon, is that they've got Tauri on record doing magic illegally. Tauri paid a fine, but then someone went, hey, Castigators, get 'em.
Or the new person.
What are you doing?
That's fine. Lesley doesn't know shit about you.
Someone kicked the wall.
We could try and
Jargon
distract
of the first
them by
time, I'm
talking
really
to
pissed
them.
off, but
Ximori, give me an
No.
athletics check.
17.
Stealthily. Pass Dark Trace goes up first, which does deaden sound. So there is a...
I throw some like leaves in the air and they create a magical aura or something.
Leslie's looking the other direction. As Ximori, yes, you successfully kick down this back wall, leading out into what would have been an alley, but is actually fairly exposed due to the building on the other side having been burnt out, which means you're not in an alley, but you're not in view of the Castigators who are calling from the main road.
I just think Pass Without Trace might be just Balrick, like panically and full of anxiety, covering up everyone's like lack of stealth. Just Balrick going around like grabbing people's feet and stuff and stopping them from banging into things. Just everyone in the 30-foot
Well, I'm
radius.
about to tell you, you asked, make sure
dad
Balrick
mode.
doesn't have
Yeah,
magic.
it's dad mode. Right, okay, so
Magical dad mode.
you are all heading... Who's heading to the car?
Reluctantly.
If you're heading to the car, stealth checks, please. Everyone has a plus 10. Working my way around. Aderyn.
28.
Arquen.
17.
Balrick.
Quite a low 30.
Leslie.
Could have reached 40.
5. No, 34, sorry.
Tauri.
Who is untrained in stealth, 31.
And Ximori.
25.
Plenty more successes than failure. As you begin moving your way through, you can hear them still demanding whichever. They don't have a name, but they're just demanding the mages to step out. At least they're not giving a name right now. But you can definitely hear that they're not sounding more distant. By your best estimation with that, they are still, especially Balrick and Arquen, by your estimation, they are slowly moving up through the town, while staying... They're not speeding through, but like steadily moving through the town. With those stealth checks, you successfully managed to get to the cart house. It's not that far from you, slightly further up the hill in town. It backs straight onto the main road that you know they are on. You also know that Dave and your cart will be able to get through some side streets, but will not be subtle in that process and will be extremely slow.
This isn't Arquen's forte.
So, blast out onto the main road and run for the door.
That's what I'm thinking. Let's get Dave going. Dave can, he's a fun beast. They'll move, not stop moving. Alright. I'll get him ready. Can I get inside the barn?
Yeah.
I've also,
Can we
I have said
help?
that, like, these
Sorry.
people don't seem to be looking for me, and I've done some good stuff in this town, so I might be able to distract them. I'm quite a good talker, as it turns,
How
pretty
capable are
chatty.
you- How capable are you of driving a wagon?
I'm very capable of driving a wagon, actually. I am you could say, very proficient in it.
I don't think I am, actually.
Oh, I don't
You've
think we
heard
can
on
hide
vibes
in
alone.
Alright then. Maybe we all clamber into the back and try and squeeze in. You know, with Tom and gone, it will fit better.
Stay down. Ximori or someone like on the underside of the wagon, like
I was going to say,
with their legs.
we have canonically said the wagon isn't big enough to hold all of you
I know.
in the back. So what's your plan?
How fast is Dave?
Lesley will.
I can follow.
Leslie will offer to sit at the front. Lesley can also sit up front next to two dads at the front.
Yeah. And Balrick, you stay in because I can run faster than you.
But I can be stealthier than you.
We're going to be charging a cart out of here. I don't think stealth's going to be important.
If they're trying to deceive the way through, maybe they'll be able to get out.
Should I drive the wagon out of here and the rest of you sneak? Does that make sense?
I don't know if they'll let you leave, but...
I don't see they have any reason to stop me.
Well, then,
our wagon.
I feel like you'd have some ways of like disguising yourself.
With magic, the thing that we're trying to avoid, the witch hunters.
Oh, they'll be able to detect it, won't they?
Probably. We need to get out of here with minimal magic. We've already used some to get here. So, I think...
Lesley goes, what?
You'll get on the wagon, and we fucking charge.
That's what I initially thought.
They have horses. We will not outrun them.
Yeah, but we'll get out of the town.
We just need to get out of the city. We need to get out of the town.
I don't want to fight them in general.
Getting out of the town is, to be honest, even worse for that, because then we'll be out on the open field, and...
Yeah, but we're not bringing any more horrors to these people in this town.
And I think that if we're out of town, Aderyn and Ximori can let loose.
True, but I would also say that if they are so proficient mage hunters as they proclaim to be, if we can deceive them and get away from them without fighting at all, is that not better?
At this point, while you're talking, the person who runs this wagon store sees you talking about all this and is wide-eyed and afraid. You have been standing at a wagon store talking relatively loudly about all of this. A random townsperson has just seen, and is now afraid. They can hear the Castigator and is frozen, unsure what to do.
I would like to point at him.
uses commanding presence to intimidate.
Okay, what are you trying to do to intimidate?
Because I can be, even though I'm not one of the muscle boys.
Can I help
Lesley,
by standing behind Lesley?
Hold on, let's see what Lesley wants to do first.
And Leslie's going to say, "You heard nothing."
Roll me an intimidation check.
And I do want Ximori to be behind me.
Do I recognize this person? Have I treated them at all in my time here?
No, this person wasn't in any of the medical defense. You would recognize them from around town, but that's it.
I've just gone wild animal, ready to pounce behind Lesley. Just
poor person. Trying to be nice.
Oh, one martial die. Oh fuck! What are my martial dice now?
D8.
The least amount of harm.
Yeah, your martial die D8 10.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah.
And do I get anything from Ximori standing behind the big
You have
man?
advantage.
Oh. Oh, thank God. Natural 20.
They just go silent and just start going back into the one of the side stalls.
100% because of Ximori.
At which point,
Balrick will leave a 3 gold tip.
Called from outside. Leniency will be considered if you give up the Arcanists. Clemency is an option for you, but only if you seek it now.
All right. I think Arquen takes the wagon. We get a couple of you hidden in the back. We've got some blankets and stuff. And tarps.
Which one's the
I
active?
can stealth out Ximori if you want to.
I feel like they'll check the back.
But then it's a group of...
As you've got like literal hidden compartments in the back of this thing, then I think they're going to find you.
Yeah, they're not going to be just letting a wagon leave town.
Tauri and Aderyn, because you're not involved in conversation, roll me perception.
They're not just going to let a wagon leave town while they're doing their fucking castigating, so let's just fucking go.
Meta-wise, I think we're regardless. There's no strategy that works.
23.
23? 22. Both of you start hearing wood splintering as doors are being kicked in. They are going through town.
There is no time for speak. There is time for leave.
Don't worry, they will let an empty cart driven by someone they do not suspect out. If they even stop it at all. If the lot of you sneak out.
How do we get out of town?
Harry opens the door and steps out.
Oh my god.
They're behind her.
Tauri steps out. You can see
Fucking step out as well.
maybe 100 odd feet down the street. They have moved up, still on the main road. You see them having essentially kicked in the door to the Blue Horn. Not seen, moved on, and are doing it to random places. And then they see you step out, and they just kind of hold. Wait to see what you do for a second.
Just walk towards them. Arms, hands out to my side. Not up, just out to my side. Showing no...
The high elf wearing the red scale mail that you know to be the actual castigator in the group just levels this long polearm, like almost like halberd or spear, just delicately pointed at you. So
go with her, I guess.
continuing to hide was only proving your guilt.
I have no guilt.
Care to explain that stance by the eyes of this Inquisition? We have plenty of evidence.
What are the charges?
Can I have prepped Derek to the moment this seems to go wrong? Charge.
Sure.
Yeah.
While I was doing it, what are the rest of you doing? Because Arquen's also stepped out.
I am physically pulling people to the carts to put them on the cart.
Put it on the cart. Okay.
Leslie is doing everything to prepare the cart to go.
Okay.
Aderyn, are you mentally okay? Aderyn's not sit because Aderyn's very silent right now. And I assume dripping wet.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
The Cascadator turns to you and just says, unlicensed use of magic as recorded by the law, dangerous use of magics leading to extensive property damage, extensive arson across the entire fields. We have been hunting you for days. Do you surrender willingly?
I'm not guilty, but if I must prove my innocence, I will.
Can Arquen raise his hand and hail, Castigator?
His eye, he doesn't move. His eyes just like.
I have been traveling with this one for days now. She has only just come to Sanroi Caar. She could not have lit this fire, and in fact, if you ask the townsfolk, they will tell you of a figure, a strange creature that came to their town at the close of Tianlong and torched this town to cinders. She could not have lit this flame.
Roll me deception.
Action!
You opened that sentence saying he'd been travelling with her for days. This whole thing is predicated on a lie.
No, this just feels
23.
very Phoenix Wrighty now.
23.
23.
Yeah.
She is not the only mage we are seeking. You may have been travelling with her, but she has an accomplice. Can you prove the whereabouts of this accomplice? Can you prove they are not capable of their own disguise? If you have been following them through this entire endeavour, you are just as guilty as her by association.
Who is this accomplice that you speak of? This one travels with a small group, but none who fit the description of this one who's lit the flames.
Reports talk of a half-elf, distinctive dragon tattoo, adorned in purple. They were witnessed in Caar at the site of the fire of that auditorium. Flagrant displays of magic.
And yet they were not witnessed at the outset of this fire.
They have proven to be able to use disguising illusion magic. It is entirely capable they were.
Aderyn would be pretty subtle with the magic.
Do you surrender willingly? As he turns back to Tauri.
Will you give me a fair hearing?
You will be tried under the laws of this land as they have always been written.
If I must prove my innocence, then yes.
The heavily armoured blue... He gives a slight nod, and the heavily armoured blue dragonborn pulls from a link on the back of their belt 2 heavy-set manacles and begins to walk towards you, Tauri.
Oh man, it was so nice to know Tauri.
Harness and backpack and just put them on the floor.
Okay.
Rescue mission.
Walks up.
We'll host a very beautiful funeral.
And gestures you to put your hands out, and then just starts manacling your 2 hands together.
Do any of us see
this?
No, we're inside. I'm waiting for that.
Is anyone actually trying to look from inside? That's a question.
I imagine that probably I'm the one at the door, so I can push the doors open to...
Okay. I need you to roll me a stealth check. You can see all of this happening, that's fine. It's just whether you are spotted in the process.
I'm near to Balrick, so pass that trace.
Yes, yeah, that's fine.
That is 1929.
Yeah. You are not spotted and are able to witness all this. You now see Tauri being led back towards the Castigator and their horses. What do you do?
What the fuck?
Arquen doesn't know enough about this.
It's a distraction. Let's go.
I'm just in D&D, who just goes to the cops in D&D and goes, "Yeah, take me, officer."
I feel like Tauri is self-sacrificing here to lead them away from us.
Yeah, let's go with that. I feel like Tauri just is an Empire person who's the law will help me.
Tauri is attached to a horse, walking alongside it, manacled essentially to the side.
What is she attached by? Is it rope, chain?
A chain to the horse's full-on barding.
Okay.
So she's manacled like that, and then central loop on that,
yeah.
Along.
It's been a long time. What should
Ximori, what's happening out there?
Ximori is at the point of this is our chance to run. Should I leave Tauri? But this is our chance. I'm just gonna
past them anyway.
Well, what's happening?
I'll just look back at Balrick, and in your head, you'll just hear... Ride!
What?
Ride!
Alright.
Okay,
I'll
you
shut
throw the doors
open.
open. There is a... As these doors slam against the side, you see the Castigators just immediately turn to the sound of this noise slamming out as they see Ximori step out, and then you suddenly hear just heavy footsteps. I need you to make me a driving check to see whether you can get Deck going quickly. Deck will move, it's how quickly you get... Sorry, Dave. How quickly you can get Dave moving quickly.
The rest of help, like in
I do
the.
want to hold out an arm to try and get Ximori into the driver's seat as well.
That I'm not going to make you roll for. This is about how the momentum you can get going.
They can lift a horse. They can get into the car. Can we prepare a last
19
two?
on the dice. Plus what?
19. It would
stuff.
be strength, I think, to get him going in this instance.
So 21.
21. Dave immediately heads into a forceful pull. Those of you in the back of the car full on nearly tumble out the back before grabbing onto the beams and manage to hold yourself. As you come bursting out, you make it about 15 feet before you suddenly see a crossbow bolt embed straight through Deck's head, killing him outright. Dave's head, killing him out.
Deck,
Dave!
I can roll damage if you want, but I'm confident that a crit...
I would like to spend an inspiration for Get Down. To jump in the way of it as it's coming through.
Can't see this, you are surprised by this action. You have no shot of this coming. The total damage...
I'm going to murder you. I'm
11, 17, 34, 38 points of damage, and he takes and needs to make a con save if he's still alive.
Well, as an ox, I think he's got like 7 HP. He's got 22. Whoa, he's got 20. No, that's all.
No, he has 15.
He has 22.
He had 15.
15. His cattle is.
Now he has minus double that.
As a perfectly placed crossbow shot, I genuinely rolled natural 20, just straight through Dave's head. Dave buries in the ground, and I think at that point, we're rolling initiative.
I like it when Gethin's evil.
Oh shit, can you send me a link?
It didn't help also that the same guy
In
rolled a
general.
nat 20 on a perception check to see you leaving the tavern.
I didn't mean to.
Every
yes.
time we interrupt Gethin's opening sequence, he adds 1 kill point.
Oh shit,
for
yeah, I need to roll.
Yes, I do need people to roll initiative,
Oh.
and I also need to roll it as well, so...
before I forget, I will be doing one of my initiative thingies.
You have an
So-
initiative thingy? Oh, yes.
Yeah, tactical
Yeah,
command.
yeah,
I'll be doing that. Every single time I forget.
Yeah, same.
Can you do it on Deck and Dave and make Dave move? No, more. Move out of the way.
Is Dave on
Like
death saving throws?
No.
Somori just drags him
Definitely
away.
not. Dave had 15 hit points.
You
Gethin
bait and
is
switch
over.
with
It was immediate death.
That's
you
really
bait and
sad.
switch with Dave. Do you end up
Bring
in
him
the
back.
reins and traces and everything, and then Dave ends up in the seat?
We brought Kaldruin back. We can convince like priest people to bring back Dave. You've got
Another one.
Do you think the Jadenite Church would be to bring him back an ox?
It's got use for society. We can justify
It's
this.
emotional support.
Hey, how you doing, Archbishop? Our ox died this time. Can you bring that back?
25 to 20.
Oh, come on, guys.
Yeesh.
I think there's only half of us that can actually do this.
20 to
Oh,
15.
freaking that one's out of the way.
18.
17.
Thank
Oh, come on,
you.
guys.
Come on, guys.
Aderyn's gonna have like 3.
Some faith.
That's what Sarah always does. Like 3 each.
15 to 10.
Sarah.
Sarah, what the hell?
you-
10
rest
to
of them.
5?
To bet Leslie's deck's built.
9.
Hold on, Bryn has 11, but he was muted, so wasn't
Yeah.
saying
Oh, I
anything.
muted myself accidentally.
Sorry, we've got 9 for Aderyn Ximori.
3.
Oh.
I rolled
It's
a
the
nat
3.
one.
What's the 3?
You have advantage.
No, I don't.
Different class.
The base barbarian
Reimagined.
does, the
Yeah,
monster doesn't.
Don't have danger sense.
Damn, it's not danger sense.
Emma, you're lower than a 3.
No, I'm not. Sorry, I'm also a nat 1 though, so.
Oh, also in that one. So you are lower than a 3. Oh no, total of what?
no.
Sorry?
They all, a total of 6.
Total of 6. Cool.
More than impressive.
Lesley's dexterous.
Hey, congrats to us.
Leslie is on
I'm
it.
plus
This is
0.
like-
So this is just.
Leslie's like, whoa, what happened?
Oh, a roll of dice. Oh, what's that?
To be fair to Lesley and Aderyn, they are in the back of a wagon that has just had like a jerk stop.
We've just started planning like outfits for the next leg of the journey.
We've been talking about what outfit to wear to Tauri's funeral. Very.
Aderyn's been talking about what outfit to change into.
I was going to say, Lesley is gushing over this wet look.
I'm
Oh,
like,
wow.
I can't. Leslie, I need a change. They know the purple, but it's my signature color. What other color am I gonna make it my signature? Like, this one suits me too well.
I gold dress again.
Everything.
Okay.
Traditionally it's black. at funeral,
Magenta.
but
I
think
like.
Okay, starting combat, we have the person next to Tauri. Seeing that Tauri is, manacled, and therefore probably not an issue, is going to step here.
Beep, 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 beep,
Oh, sorry. You want to do your
Can I
thing?
use my tactical? Thank you very much. Can I? Can I redeploy? So Tauri's manacled. Is
Correct.
she being held by anything else?
She is grappled and restrained.
Grappled and restrained.
So move speed is 0.
Got 0 movement. Okay, well, fuck that. Arquen! Being redeployed. Move where you want.
He's gone.
Bad timing, Q.
That's it. Move nowhere.
He's left, he's just run away. He said, Arquen, move. And then Arquen goes,
Okay.
alright, bye.
Where is Arquen?
We'll wait for Arquen
Oh, ages away.
to move, because that will
Well, yeah, he was up
alter
where
what
I was.
they do. I will set the scene for you regardless. You are on this main road. The barn house obviously was this circular building that you've just come barreling out of. Ahead of you are 3 figures. You have the Castigator in their kind of lacquered, ridged, red armor, wielding, as I said, a kind of a halberd-like design. You know those kind of Chinese polearms that turn up in every movie. That's exactly what they're wielding. With almost like a casual dexterity to it. You have to one side of them in heavy kind of half-plate armor, a blue dragonborn wielding a flail and a shield, who was the one that manacled Tauri. And on the other side, you have a heavily tattooed dwarf with a very short beard against the style, where with a very broad belt. Think like a wrestling belt around them and a number of flasks and other things on their person. And then you have their horses that were gathered behind them.
Who had the crossbow?
I'll let you roll a perception check at the start if you want.
What now?
Yeah, I'll let you roll a perception check to see what you notice.
That's funny.
Nat 20. You don't see them. None of the ones in front of you have a crossbow. Well, with the Nat 20, I will say that you can see that the Castigator has a hand crossbow that seems heavily modified on their hip. But in terms of, that's on their hip and not drawn.
But I can't see where the crossbow bolt came from.
Correct.
Can't use maths, angles.
Not in a flash perception that I'm being very kind giving you at the start of initiative. Hugh, where have you gone?
Bolt came in at an angle of 45 degrees. And that...
You know what?
2 seconds.
I will change what I do. Arquen, you're screwed. What's your movement speed, Ximori?
45.
You move half of that.
Okay.
Each hex is 5 feet.
That is... Yeah. Right, I'm going to go 1, 2,
Hello.
3, 4, and that's where I stop.
Is that 4? 1, 2, 3,
45.
4 would be there.
Moving sideways a bit.
1, 2,
Okay.
3, 4. Yeah. Yeah, you end up standing on bits of discarded and burnt wood. Feel free to do that. There was definitely a building there once. Okay, in response to seeing Ximori, I'm assuming you run out fairly aggressively like that, being you.
Yeah.
Cool. Seeing that, this guy is not going to take any chances with that, as something feral just came running out and is going to advance straight towards you. 5, 10, 15,
Understandable.
20. And is going to make 2 attacks against you. 18 will hit you, the other one won't.
Okay.
And you take 7 points of bludgeoning damage. As this flail, like the first swing of this flail, you successfully shift out the way, and then they just bring it back on an upswing, reversing the momentum of it, and just crack you right underneath the ribs. And then they bring up their shield, ready to protect. And will actually, can you make me a athletics check, please?
$22.
22. You are then hit by the shield and knocked prone as they rolled a 24. As with a bonus action, they shield bash you and you are knocked to the floor. Following that, it is now the Castigators' turn. How would they react? Tauri's dealt with. Sees Arquen as a protector and therefore just as guilty. So we'll probably advance on Arquen. 5, 10, 15, 20. And is going to make 3 attacks against you. What's your armor class?
It's 16 plus 1 for defense plus 2 for wear it with my shield out.
Ah, okay.
The 19.
Shield must have not been equipped when I checked. That's fine. Cool.
Yeah.
In that case, only 1 hit. You take 8 slashing damage and 6 thunder damage as this blade bodies you and forces you to the side. And then is going to shout to the Dragonborn, Yoki, get over here! And the Dragonborn is going to move without provoking attacks of opportunity to stand next to him. And that ends their turn, which now means it's Balrick's turn, with Arquen on deck.
Oh. This fucking... I want to go after this crossbow guy that I don't know where they are.
You can use an action on your turn to investigate, see if you can spot them.
Oh, I don't want to waste my action doing that.
Is it a waste if you can find them?
Yeah, good point. But then also we could kill things quicker. I'll tell you what. Is that a bonus action? That's a bonus action. So yeah, I will look for them. I will jump off the wagon. Not really take a small solemn moment for Dave, but not really. Not that anyone would see.
Yeah. Roll me a perception check.
Make a perception check. I just want to check to see what would be better. Can I make it investigation?
No, this would be perception at this point.
As in, I'm looking at the angle where the bolt came from and stuff.
Fine.
I am an archer. I'm a
Fine.
hunter, I know.
Don't try it too often.
23.
23. I think even with your perception.
21 actually. Would have been 21 actually.
Yeah, you you take a moment looking down at Dave to see the angle of that trajectory, and you trace it back.
Hand is on Dave, letting him pass quickly. And then
and you turn and you can see the burned out kind of skeleton of the town hall had a bell tower, and from there you see the briefest glint of someone at the top of that bell tower, who you immediately assume was therefore the person who shot that. They are probably a couple of 100 feet away.
Couple hundred, Jesus. Okay. What side of the map is that on?
Let me check. No, I'd say a couple hundred feet away. Side of the map, that would be to the right as you're looking at it. So up that path that's near you.
But we've got this building here as cover from that.
Yes, that building would give you cover.
I will shout that out to the rest. Take cover by the building. There's an archer. And then I will move forward and I'll shout, Derek, with me.
Oh yeah, remember Derek on.
Yeah.
Derek! I've got him. There you go, you put where you want.
Behind me. And that Derek with me is going to be attack on the Castigator.
Go for it.
There's a 4 on the dice, so no.
I'm afraid that won't hit. As the Castigator just sees it coming and just like flings up the butt of their spear to just block Dex more away. Instead, scrabbles back down onto the floor. 110?
Ends my turn.
Cool. Next up, Arquen.
So Arquen, sort of having pulled his shield around and being parried by a flurry of attacks from the Castigator, will, like, drawing his sword from behind it, will sort of slam it, the pommel of his blade into the back of his shield, and sort of there's a of energy as he casts Shield of Faith.
What are the
Shield of Faith?
What are the components for Shield of Faith?
Good question. Can that not be the somatic component? Him going?
No, that's fine. I just want to know. I just want to know what they were.
I'm pretty sure it's just somatic and what?
Cool. Thanks.
There is a material, small parchment with a bit of holy text.
It's plastered to the inside of the shield.
But
cool.
you have, I was going to say, you have an amulet like this.
Yes, totem. Yeah.
You take 8 points of slashing damage and 10 thunder damage as he sees you casting a spell, and quick as a flash, smacks into your arm, and then you just make a concentration check.
Jesus Christ. That is a 19.
You manage to get the spell off as he attempts to just interrupt the spell, but you still manage to boof as Shield of Faith lands.
That affects my turn.
And with my action, I suppose, like, the Castigator is just the one to go for, it seems. So I will launch, 2 attacks at him with the bronze longsword.
Go for it.
Natural 20. Dare I say more?
No, go for it.
So that is 8, 16, 22 points of slashing damage on the first attack.
Wait, what?
And that is a
How are you adding
17.
+6?
No, it's... Oh, sorry, 20. Yes.
+4 makes more sense.
Yeah. And then the second attack is a 17.
Just hits.
That's another 12 damage.
Another 12
I rolled
damage.
double 8s.
That also
Yeah,
did technically did just remind me. He missed you with 2 attacks, right?
Yes.
You also take an additional 10 points of damage.
Why?
As even when he misses, he manages to nick you.
Are you using weapon masteries?
I know, bad.
We're not, you little bastard.
I'm not using it for every villain, but a heavily trained marshal who fights Marcasters gets them. As I said, I'll tell you now, literally only he gets them, not the other people you're fighting will get them. It's just he's that well trained.
You little bastard.
But that ends Arquen's turn.
Well,
Anything
that's
else?
my turn.
Did you want to move anywhere? He used his reaction on you already.
Yeah.
So I just want.
There's one to my left. Oh, there's another one there, isn't there?
Yes. There's 2 on you.
And I feel like I'm in a decent position.
Okay, cool.
Oh, that was his reaction to respond to the spell.
Yes, correct. A martial counter spell-esque thing.
Any of the rest of us that want to cast will see that he is distracted by that spell.
Yes. Yes, yeah. Lesley and Aderyn are still technically in the cart, so aren't visible, which means Arquen is the only one who is visible, so Arquen is going to get shot. But your AC is now 21.
Invisible? I thought I was behind the building.
You're not quite with that angle. You're able to see around the corner.
I think he can clip you.
You would need to get closer to the building.
Oh, right. So it's top right side.
Yes, top right. He's not in that building.
I was safe.
He's not in that building. He's off the map.
No, yeah, I know. I thought it was like right side, as in like right through the middle, but
yeah, fair. Cool. Yeah. They're gonna fire single shot. That will hit with a 24. You take 18 piercing damage. Plus... Ooh, really low rolls. 6 from sneak attack.
I'm down.
Oh, okay. And I need you... Well, you're...
I'm not.
Okay. I do need you to make a strength or dex saver.
Strength.
Damage?
18.
18.
So yeah, I guess this bolt just fucking catches Arquen in the neck.
What I'll say first is this bolt comes in and you see it, both of you see it with your high perceptions. This thing has chains wrapped along a metal bolt shaft that fires along, and as it hits you, it begins to, like, the chains wrap out to essentially try to pin you down. But you are, even as you're, like, fading out, like, hit by this blow, you manage to just avoid the chains before.
The bolt sort of... I'm pretty sure Balrick can see that the bolt literally went through Arquen's neck. And as he sort of, like, stumbles, you hear, like, the creaking of joints and, like, or, like, what sounds like the creaking of joints, but, you know, might also be wood. And there's a brief little, like, glow of green in his eyes as he just stands back up and pulls it from his neck.
That's not medically sound.
Tauri, you're up. Aderyn on deck.
I need to roll concentration.
Yells at everyone, stop fucking fighting, we don't have time for this, we need to find the bastard.
Okay.
As a persuasion to everyone.
Okay, roll me persuasion.
Oh, I forgot something.
Sure, what?
The Castigator takes an additional 7 damage from a crit because of savage attacks.
Oh, nice, cool. Gotcha.
Persuasion, yeah?
Yes.
29.
29. I will let all of you decide what you do with that. There is a swirling melee. It is an incredibly hard persuasion check. That is...
I know.
Very good, and you are currently... a prisoner. So some people might not be inclined to listen to you. Any bonus action you want to do?
I will... I don't really have many bonus actions to do. I have one. I will yell at Balrick, use your fucking head. You cannot win this fight. We need their help. And give him inspiration.
Okay. Aderyn.
Okay. How far is Tauri from Aderyn?
Excellent question. As the crow flies, 60 feet.
60 feet.
Perfect. 60.
Okay. And so Aderyn can see that she's manacled, but is she...
You're also in cover where you are from the archer.
Yeah, I think I am.
I don't think you need to move.
No. So I can see that she's manacled, but is she manacled to anything?
She's manacled to the horse. So she's got independent manacles. The manacles themselves are then attached to a chain on the horse.
Okay.
So the chain goes in.
Correct.
If one were to say use vortex warp, would that be able to yank her away from that?
There is no reason that wouldn't work.
Excellent. Aderyn...
The manacles.
They get through the magic hunter's manacles. He's got that evil grin.
At what point does it stop being worn? Like, are the manacles worn? Like, is the horse worn?
I would say the manacles wouldn't come with. It would just be Tauri.
Okay. Awesome. In that case, Aderyn is going to kind of like extend her arms out towards Tauri and yell at her, "You need to get back!" And then she's gonna like motion towards herself and is gonna cast Vortex Swap. Tauri.
Mostly the Vortex Swap.
Tauri, up to you whether you wish to fail the save or attempt to resist.
Considering that I'm trying to get people to stop fighting, and that I've done the entire thing to try and get the Castigators to actually listen to us, I'm not coming willingly.
Make a Constitution save against DC 15?
15. Yep.
Well, I rolled a natural 16.
How many times has Sarah tried to teleport Bryn?
You know what? So many. This is not even funny. Why is this a thing?
Okay, you see that happen, and you see Tauri just subtly shake their head in that distance before the spell doesn't work.
Aderyn's gonna just be like, she's just gonna, like, her face is just gonna drop in shock, and she's gonna stare at Tauri, really confused. And she's gonna mentally connect with Tauri as a bonus action, and say into her head, "What are you doing? They're going to take you otherwise."
Am I allowed to reply, Geff?
Yeah.
We need their help to kill him.
Lesley, your turn.
Cool. Lesley ain't a fan of the police. Lesley's no narc. Unfortunately, Tauri's pleas do not resonate with Lesley. Not a huge fan of authority. So he will be bouncing jovially from the wagon and heading into.
You have heard me say take cover.
Yes, you have said to take cover from the tower. Wait, what? Sorry. Let's go back.
The tower's over in this direction.
Should we put a marker there?
Yeah, if you want to put
put a marker there. Thank you. So Lesley's going to try and stealthily run. It gets to here. I think I can make it there. 1, 2, 3. Yeah. Lesley's going to remember the brief time, the like 20 minutes that he spent with the Sun That Waves, and realise that there's something that he's been sleeping on this whole time, that he could be doing an extra flourish at the end of his attack, and he can get an extra little bit of damage out of it, and thus Lesley can now do an extra attack.
Oh, right. Where are you going with this? Right, cool.
Got to get it in there.
So yeah, you can make 2 attacks as an action, and you can make a 3rd as a bonus action, or use anything else. Obviously.
Yeah, exactly. So, if I can do it. Can I also use martial? Can I use sweeping attack? No, that's bonus. Don't worry.
Sweeping attack shouldn't be a bonus action. It should just be on top of a normal attack.
Martial training. Oh, so it is. All right, fucking go. It would be better if I had my dice here. Oh, I'm gonna do it with my act dice. It feels better.
Ximori, you're on deck, by the way.
Yeah.
Amazingly, the other guy rolled a 2.
Fantastic. First attack is gonna miss. I reckon a.
Just to be clear, are you attacking the Castigator or the armored guy? Or the Dragonborn?
Castigator.
Castigator, sure.
But if I can sweeping attack, well, the first one doesn't hit. Okay. I accept that. Then a 23.
That does it.
It does hit. Sick. And that is the damage. No, that's not. Oh my god, sorry. I do not enjoy roll 20. What's the damage on a scimitar?
D6.
Thank you. That's a 5 plus Dex. 5 plus Dex?
Dex, yes, for you.
Yeah. Okay, 10.
10 points of damage.
So that's my attack with extra attack. And sorry guys, it's been a while.
It's for you, especially.
It's been a long while. Then with sweeping attack, I can expend a martial die to attempt to damage another creature with the same attack. A creature within 5 feet, so the other dude.
And it was like 20 odd to hit, wasn't it? Which gets past their armor class, so that's fine.
23, yep. And...
Oh, should have done that.
It takes damage equal to the number I roll on the martial die. It's D8. 7.
Cool, and you just follow through upon hitting them. You see the protector, the shield of them go out to try and like block your initial blow, but they're not quite paying attention to you well enough, having like seen the chaos go on. So you just then get in underneath their shield and slick through them.
For bonus action, just checking. Ximori's prone. No, that means 0 movement.
No, prone is just it uses half movement to stand up. So you could tell them.
Use half my movement from prone.
You can functionally get them
Go
from
on.
prone.
Get up, get up. Tactical commanding.
We get Ximori up from prone. Nice. Speaking of which, Ximori, you're up.
So I think how this looks is that we're like on the ground, and Lesley like twirls past, like get up, like from like where I've been like knocked on my back. I get like pushed back upright as I go into a rage, a regular rage.
Regular rage.
And grow a tail as my spiny tail just pushes down and brings me back up onto my feet.
You see the dwarf who hasn't acted yet goes, Demon!
They'll pull out 2 axes. Let's see, Mr. Protecty Boy.
Boy.
Yep, he's going to be first. I will go here.
Gotcha.
I'd like my first attack to be a grapple.
Sure.
That is 26.
18.
As I get up and my tail just wraps around the head, like wraps around the neck, I would like to then move my movement because when I'm dragging something similar to my size, it doesn't slow me down.
Correct.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
You wouldn't be able to move them to the other side of you as part of that.
Okay.
So, they're there.
So I just basically like grab him, just like pull him back.
Yeah.
I'll move round that side of him.
Sure.
So he's between the dwarf and me. So I've basically got him by the throat, facing his dwarf friend. And I'm going to take both the axes and with my extra attack, swing into his, like, just basically start swinging into his back.
Go for it.
That is 25.
That hits.
Full damage. 16 points of...
16. Nice. You'll pay for that, demon.
That's me.
Cool.
No, growl at him.
Which now means it is the dwarf's turn. The dwarf is going to, first of all, move 5, 10, 15. Essentially in front of Tauri and just cast a glance and go, don't try helping your friends. As Tauri, you suddenly start feeling a migraine coming on as a aura of some kind begins like pressing against your magical capabilities. And then as the action on their turn, he doesn't like it. He does not like it. he is going to... Tauri, you see this. He picks up a glass canister from his belt that you can see has got like a swirling kind of grey-black mist inside, and just hucks it towards the kind of group of people here in the centre. And a 15-foot sphere... 5, 10, 15... I think there-ish. Of darkness just appears as the entire area is now under the effect of darkness spell and no one can see in or out. And that ends his turn, which now means we're back round to the guy with the flail, who is going to turn on you, Ximori, and is just going to rain down blows on you with their flail.
Yep.
Natural 20.
I will take that hit because I can't stop it.
The other one is only a 15.
Okay. Yeah, natural 20 is going to hit me regardless. So.
12. 15 points of bludgeoning damage, half to 7. And they will attempt to bring their shield up underneath and shove you off to try and break the grapple by breaking the reach on you, essentially. So I need you to make an athletics check.
24.
You rolled a 21, but it's still not good enough. He tries to shove you off, and you just pull him back in closer. It's you feel your jaw almost begin to slightly distend as you just feel hot breath emanating in your head.
Yeah.
That means it's Zahir's turn. Now, Zahir can see and no, he can't. There we go. That's worked for me anyway. He is going to take... Yeah, he was surrounded by 4 of you. I think he is going to lash out blindly at the 3 that he knows around. Disadvantage on Lesley, Derek, and Balrick. And then will attempt to move, I think. That's what he's going to attempt to do. So, disadvantage attack on Lesley is a 20 to hit.
Oh, hit.
On Derek is a 10. And on Balrick is a 16.
Oh, that might. I think that does.
I've got 16
God
to
damn.
AC.
Oh.
Lesley, you take 7 slashing and 5 thunder. Derek,
Like that?
actually, he's not going to use that property on Derek.
Derek doesn't take anything. We rolled a 10.
He has the graze property on his glaive,
Yeah.
which means if he misses, he still deals ability damage. But he's not actually using that property this round. Balrick, you take 11 slashing damage and 9 thunder damage.
Jesus.
Oh, I forgot to do that to you, Arquen. Oh well, it's fine. And both Lesley and Balrick are pushed 10 feet.
Which 10 feet?
Directly away from him. As part of the action. With no save. And then Zahir, sorry, I keep switching to the wrong tab, will attempt to move.
Derek is gonna attack of opportunity.
Yeah, that's fine. I'm just figuring out what direction he's moving to.
I get grapple of opportunity.
Oh, I was literally
you would
about
be
to
at
say
disadvantage.
Derek is gonna try and grapple.
I'd be at disadvantage, but so is he.
With the darkness, I wouldn't say so.
Everyone
no.
is at
Because
disadvantage.
you're the one initiating this thing. You're the one trying to find him. Like he's just slipping away, kind of thing.
Yeah.
But Derek can have an attack
20,
opportunity.
but instead it's a
Derek is also going to try and bite his ankle. Can Derek just... What did you get?
Efficient.
I'm going to say, can Derek just help you grapple?
I wouldn't say you can.
I got a
coordinate
25.
darkness.
No, I got a 25.
Um,
Athletics.
Oh.
Okay, in that case, he doesn't go anywhere, which
Can I
means
take my
Derek
bite
does-
as a bite then?
I would go based on initiative. I'll tell you what, each of you roll me a dex check. Which one of you acted first?
12.
Derek got a 7.
So no, Derek, he doesn't move to trigger dex, essentially.
Okay.
At which point, he will then use a bonus action. Now that he's grappled by you, we'll just go, fine, have it your way, and you just feel... I need to roll at disadvantage, because it is still blind. Doesn't work. You feel like suddenly like something like slash past you, but in the darkness doesn't land. That ends his turn, which now means it's Balrick's turn.
Damn, Derek didn't get to use his reaction. Alright. I've been pushed out of the darkness.
Yes. And you kind of get shoved up against the wall that's there.
My initial plan, until like 2 moments ago, has completely changed now because I can't see anything, and there's a grapple happening.
You don't even know there's a grapple happening.
I know. But the darkness mainly ruins it. I was going to try and heal Arquen and drag him out.
There's a weird dwarf.
What did Tauri shout at me? Again?
Stop fighting, we need their help to kill the bastard.
I'm going to shout back. I don't think they're in a helping mood. Do something.
Whose fault is that?
Maybe if somebody shared their plans every so often.
Ximori says, a bit like behind a mouthful of.
I'm really annoyed at you.
This might be a bit pushing it on thing, but does the guy who threw the potion look like he's concentrating on it? Is there visible levels of concentration?
I would tell you this by your instinct. There is no way these people are casting spells.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
So the concept of concentration just would not be a thing for these guys.
Yeah. That's what I thought. There's no way of getting rid of this now. Because that is here.
There are ways, but you would need to use magic.
Yeah, it would be a dispel magic sort of it. God's sake. I'm going to jump back in the darkness and try and reach around for Arquen.
Okay, make me a investigation.
No, because that guy...
Oh.
I'm not... No, because I know that guy does...
No, reach around for Arquen.
I think you would have a reasonable assumption. He can't interrupt you casting a spell if he can't see you casting a spell.
Okay, fair. I'm going to jump in, I'm going to reach for Arquen, grab around for him, make sure I've grabbed Arquen, not the other guy.
Make me an investigation check. This isn't your action, it's just as part of it.
Nat 20. Okay, the most useless.
Yeah, you have the memory of who was where, and in the speed of combat, trusting nothing's moved too massively.
And I'm going to do... once again, Leslie's not going to get to see me do magic. But I'm going to do a second level...
Can't do magic.
So that's 4d8.
It's still fast.
I stuffed some drugs in your mouth. We're doing new healing spells, aren't we?
Yeah, we're doing new healing
Got a
spells.
cowpole.
48.
Ranges of unnatural
48
magic.
plus
I
your
don't
wisdom
think they exist.
9, 14, 19 plus 3, 22.
22 points of healing.
Arquen, get back in this. And then Derek, fight! Attack.
Go for it. Disadvantage because of darkness.
Disadvantage. Oh, that's effort. So 13 plus 5? Plus 6? Plus 6. 19 to hit.
That hits.
And there is to add a little bit. Oh, what was Derek? I don't know what he woke up as this morning. I'm gonna say he woke up as fire this morning.
Cool.
Feeling heated. So Derek is going to have, as he bites, like there is a little bit of magical light in this. I know it's magical darkness, but allow me.
Yeah, there's a momentary like flash of light in here that like underlights
Almost.
everything that's going on.
It almost looks like he's going to breathe fire, but it just coats his mouth. And as he uses his reaction to add an extra, is it an extra D6?
I think so, yeah.
An extra D6 of fire. So that is max damage. That is 15 points of damage.
That's a lot. He's starting to show some wounds. You've been dealing a fair amount of damage to him, if you could see. Does that end your turn?
I'm going to stick around with
Action,
that.
bonus action, dex reaction.
It's
Arquen,
whether
you're
I
up.
leave or not. It's whether I leave or not. I want to be able to see. No, Balrick would want to be able to see. He's going to back out.
Cool. You moved to where you were. You moved 5, 10, 15, 20 feet to get there, moving around.
20 feet to get there. What?
You were pushed up against this wall, so it's 5, 10, 15, 20, yeah.
Oh, okay. And then I'm going to move back out of the darkness. Wait, not in view of the archer.
You just move yourself to wherever you're going. Arquen.
So
because they can't
from
see
Yeah,
me
we
and
can't
attack
see, Gav.
me.
Ah. Thought I'd made it
yeah,
visible.
I can't.
Yeah.
Also,
move
can't
that.
even
From within the
I want to move to the south, if that's all right.
You wouldn't have been able to move that far. Because to
Fine,
get
I'll
to
get out.
Arquen, you have to move 20.
I purposely want to be
Yeah,
by
that's
the
fine.
wall.
from within the darkness, Arquen. There's this pulse of sort of energy from within him, and the wound within his neck and the like just grow over with like moss and lichen. The like his eyes flash green for no one to see. He's too close to use his sword, so he's just dropping it, pulling his dagger out, and he's going to try and shiv this guy in the stomach and between the joints of his armor. In the dick.
In the dick.
Yeah, you should be
Cool.
able to change the transparency, by the way.
I think you're using a different filter. It's fine. We'll figure it
In
out.
fact, is there? I don't suppose there's any way for Arquen to try and get this man's spear away from him.
You can certainly try. You think, well, not without dropping your weapon or shield, because you don't have a free hand
That's
currently.
You dropped his sword to the
yeah.
ground, didn't you?
I did. I dropped my sword.
You can certainly try, but it will be extremely hard. As any good martialist would be with their weapon, and you don't have fighter specific.
Arquen doesn't believe that.
You can use your action to attempt to disarm.
I will try.
Cool. Make me an athletics check.
Cool. 24.
Natural 20. For a total of 27.
I tried. I tried.
Yeah, you attempt.
Oh, so close.
What does it look like trying to wrestle it free?
Darkness. It looks like darkness.
Yeah, you just hear it.
Yeah, he just like feels you tug it, and then just like just spins it around, and in that struggle, just wins you straight in the stomach. It's no damage, just forcing you to let go.
Yeah. I still grappled him though.
That ends Arquen's turn, which now means it's the Hunter's.
His full action. Not
That's a
just
full action
Yeah.
to try and do that because he doesn't have a class feature to do it. Since we have a fighter who can,
I have two
technically
attacks.
have that. It's not an attack in this instance. And I'm not considering it technically a grapple. Because it is much more significant a thing to disarm someone like this than just reduce their movement speed to 0. Hunter's turn. Cover. Cannot see anything going in there. Still hiding in the cart and in cover. Can't see Lesley because of the darkness. Can't see Ximori either. They're going to hold their action. And
Madness has given more cover. Amazing.
Hunter holds their action. Tauri, your turn.
We're not very coordinated.
Can I try and work out this thing that's over the top of me?
At the start of your turn, please roll me a Constitution saving throw.
I know what he is.
15.
15. This migraine like really starts pressing on you, but you're like steeling yourself to carry on with your turn.
I would like to. You can tell me if this is impossible, and that is fine. I would like to, if it is possible, hold hypnotic pattern quietly.
Hypno.
You can.
There's no verbal component.
What are the components?
Somatic and technically material.
You'll need to make a pretty decent sleight of hand check to hide the somatic.
I assumed that, but I thought it might help the fact that obviously there's no words. So
Okay, make me a sleight of hand check.
and I'm holding it if it works.
Regardless, you will be holding it. It's just whether the person notices that you're holding it. That's all.
Sure. Sleight of hand. Sorry,
Tauri
What
starts
spell
doing
is-
the catch-up song.
16.
What spell is it you're attempting?
Hypnotic.
Ooh, actually, that would be at disadvantage because your hands are currently manacled.
All right.
It's quite hard to do.
I was gonna say it's kind enough that you're letting us
Makes
attempt.
sense.
Yeah.
I assume it's not a
14.
manacled bar, then it's like it is.
It is chain.
Yeah.
It is chain. Yeah.
14. So I'll
14.
probably get spotted.
Nope, still enough.
All
This
right.
guy's not the most observant person.
I am
You know what
holding
dwarves are
it for when the darkness sphere drops.
Okay. Anything else on your turn?
Nope, that's it.
Non-concentration.
Okay, Aderyn.
Okay. So, I'm gonna try something weird.
Hell yeah.
I remind you can't see. You need.
I know I can't see it. All I can see is a big blob of darkness where the enemy was and where my friends are, but I can't see them. So Aderyn is
You
very
see
much.
anyone, actually. I think you can see Balrick coming out of the darkness.
Yeah.
There's
She can see Lesley
Yeah.
So-
Just-
and like part of
Aderyn
Balrick.
She's panicking because she doesn't know what to do, and Tauri refused her help. So she's like, "What do I do? What do I do? What do I do?" She's gonna start hyperventilating, and then she's gonna extend her hands out towards the darkness, and she's gonna yell, "Everybody stop!" And she's going to cast Calm Emotions, but not the calm emotions of like making people calm, but the calm emotions where you can make targets indifferent about creatures they are hostile towards
Oh my god.
to stop them attacking. And it's a
Each
20-foot
humanoid
sphere.
in a 20-foot radius sphere
So I
centered
don't
on a
have to see
point.
them. It's a 20-foot sphere. I don't
Yeah,
have to
and
see
it's
them.
not a point that you can see either. So what point are you doing it?
Place it on Lesley so you can get every single one of them without getting Balrick.
So she's gonna point like to the center of the darkness, like the darkness. She can't see anything, but she's hoping she gets.
There's a point just outside
Everyone in
darkness by
Okay.
Lesley where you get everyone in the darkness and every other enemy, and you wouldn't get Balrick.
She's going to do that.
Where's the point? Can someone show me on the map? I just want to see whether
I
Oh,
who it
think
gets.
it's about here.
Where's the point? It's
I think it's like here.
If you want to go,
Yeah.
if you want optimal, that's the optimal point
yeah.
because that's like there.
20, 20,
There.
20.
there.
Yeah. So let's do the party first. I need Arquen, Deck, and Lesley,
A charisma save.
and Ximori to make charisma saves.
Oh, charisma.
It is charisma save for Kaldruin.
11.
Failure.
Well,
Fail. Fail.
Natural 20 for Ximori.
Well, fuck you.
21. I will never be calm.
No, but if
The
you
more
attack
it's fair,
him,
ours-
it drops.
oh, yeah.
Leslie.
So that's why Aderyn has shouted, "Everybody stop!"
21.
21. Not calmed. Deck.
11.
Deck. So Deck and Arquen are suddenly passive. I
This is
don't
not-
think you know what's causing this. Maybe Tauri's point was actually salient. Right, let's
Could be
start.
really bad.
I know.
Let's start with the Protector.
Beautiful
He's
butterfly
testing.
flutters by his face
just
and he's
trying to
distracted.
Now-
destroy us.
I'll let you slightly behind the screen here. All of these people have the Iron Will feature, which gives them advantage on wisdom saves. This isn't a wisdom
Not a
save.
wisdom save.
But not charisma?
Because this isn't their brain. This is the will of Aderyn's mind.
The Protector rolls a 14. Fail. Hunter doesn't have to roll. The Exorcist also rolls a 14. None of them are very charismatic.
Castigator.
Yeah,
Now,
clearly
Zahir-
everyone's gone
Look
with
at their
them
outfit.
quietly.
Now, Zahir has advantage on all magical effects.
Oh, okay. It's not magic, it's just like a lullaby.
Zahir does roll a 17.
The Protector's about to have a really apathetic mauling.
But I will say that goes out as a kind of an effort to see calm. Zahir notices like the sound of movement and aggression from Arquen kind of slow and stop, and there's a moment of like hesitation going on because the paradigm has shifted and no one's certain exactly what's going on. Zahir, the Castigator, is still on alert. Essentially, as far as they were concerned, to kind of give you a bit of meta knowledge, as far as they were concerned, mages they were hunting were trying to escape, and people were trying to help them. That's what instigated this. There is a moment's pause right now. Lesley.
Lesley senses the change, right? Like it's
Yeah, you
very-
see the Protector like suddenly
powerful.
stop wrestling back against and like just be slightly bemused as to why they're being kind of go slightly limp in Ximori's grasp.
Can Lesley hold his action,
Yes.
which will be to attack. But he does kind of want to. This seems like a very terrible idea to be doing this, as we previously mentioned. So Lesley isn't opposed to an idea of a discussion, a break, but also he can't see what's going on in the bubble of
Darkness. No.
You'll be able to hear, though, that it's stopped.
So I think that Lesley is gonna hold his action until he sees or hears aggression coming from inside the bubble.
Okay.
Because outside it seems pretty peaceful.
Ximori.
Wasn't affected by the calm emotions.
You would still have felt it trying to influence you.
Yeah.
Like a wave of psychic.
Aderyn yelled,
A
everyone
wave
stop.
of calm.
That helps.
And
I
Ximori
think
has
because Ximori is currently raging, and they have prey in their arms unresisting currently, I think they're gonna make a wisdom save to see if they have it in them to stop.
That makes sense.
I'll leave that up to you.
16. I think that is particularly because of Ximori listens to Aderyn.
Sure.
I was
I
going to
think-
ask if he'd have failed, could I have used cutting words to give him a bonus to it?
We'll never know.
But I think what Ximori's going to do, because they don't fully trust this situation,
Mhm.
they're going to put their axes away. And this building behind me, how intact is it?
It's got some fire damage, but it seems to have been repaired and reasonably stable.
Is there a sort of first floor window?
Yes.
Right. So Ximori puts their axes away. They still have the Protector grappled.
And
Uh,
the
they-
tail.
Yep. He turns and climbs up into the first story window, holding the Protector. Basically, slightly hanging the Protector.
It's heavy. Very
You're
full
Michael
on there.
Jackson, the baby.
Yes.
Michael Jackson and the baby.
What are you doing? Let me down!
No, he's been calm. He's chill.
Yeah, he's also currently
I mean,
10 feet up in the air.
Oh, no,
This is the better option for you.
Yeah, he's not aggressive towards you. He's just like, "What are you doing?" Kind of.
I'm trying really hard to not hit you. Be grateful.
Which then means it's the Exorcist's turn, who is calm. All they're going to do is turn around to check the bindings on Tauri are still in place. It's like, I don't trust you.
All I have done is try and get everyone to be calm and stop fighting.
Why? And that's where we're going to go to break. And we'll pick up here with probably Zahir's turn next. See what happens then. But let's run a break, grab some food, and then meet back up here in a bit. And welcome back. So, we pick up with you all in the streets of Sanroi Caar, the wave of calming emotions rushing out and affecting various people in different ways. Combined with Tauri's efforts to try and calm things down previously, which was playing in the back of everyone's minds, regardless of their sides on this. And even if a flagrant use of magic clearly designed not to be dangerous in the process, there is a moment's pause from the various castigators. Arquen pauses, and Zahir and you, Arquen, you kind of feel that Zahir isn't moving either. They hold their weapon briefly.
I will release the grapple.
And in that moment, Zahir... Lara's calling out. Zahir calls out, "Othio! Take it down." You see the dwarf pull out a small kind of dart of some kind. Tauri, you're close. It's kind of black stone of some kind, and throws it in the direction of the darkness. Where you see it kind of shimmers and then just fades and disappears. And you are left kind of on the street. I'm going to go deal with Lara.
I'll wait till he gets back.
Okay, so I think that now we can all have a level up, and I think 200,000
Yeah.
gold pieces. I think that's fair.
One level up.
Awesome.
3 level ups.
You're right.
Yeah, let's
you're
get to
right.
level
Yeah,
eight.
level
Three,
8.
we can get the next feat.
Let's treat
That'd be
ourselves.
nice.
Oh.
You're right.
Does
You're
the
right. 3
DM
levels.
pause?
It's a great
3.
weapon master.
Does the DM pause? 3, 2, 1.
I'm taking the
Did not oppose.
I'm taking the chef feat.
3 level ups.
I'm taking
people.
my strength up to
Fantastic.
18.
If you do not want us to level up, say something now.
Tomorrow, I keep forgetting your strength is only 16, isn't it?
You didn't say no.
Yeah,
That's
there's
a
like
yes.
2 more levels above where I am.
Yeah, I'm literally only 1 behind you. I could keep up with you.
Yeah.
So we're now level 8. That's so cool.
Oh, nice.
So I'm
Well
the
done,
strongest.
Arquen at an 18 then. Arquen is an 18.
Yeah.
Arquen is the
plus
technically the strongest.
Ximori's got the con though, doesn't they?
We
Yeah,
should roll
I've
for
got
health.
18 con.
Or we could just do we just get max health. Pretty sure.
That's a good
Oh,
feat.
that's so much. Oh wait, I have got a +5 to my dex. Oh, I guess.
You see, I've sort of gone the other direction to... Thrungy was just like, all the hit points all the time. Ximori is just like, how many attacks can I fit in a moment?
It's very different levels for Barbarian, isn't it? It's great fun.
Oh.
So surprising amount of variety in a class that is just, I hit things good.
Well, you
I
see,
think
with the
it's just-
tail and my 2-hand axes, I still
Also,
have
it's
3
really
attacks
nice.
in a turn.
Also, the really nice difference is Ximori is all about like many attacks piling up the damage, Whereas Thungi was very much, I'm going to hit you. I might only hit you once, but it's going to hurt because I add a
Your grandkids will
D12
feel
out of
it.
my hit die at you as well. Because it's like,
Yeah.
I'm going to hurt you. I don't care if I die.
It's always just like, I'm going to beat you until you are broken. I'm going to hit you so many times your
It was-
body falls apart.
I wonder what will break first. Your body
Your
or your spirit.
Oh, your body!
It was a lovely fact that because I added the extra D12, that got doubled when I crit as well. So suddenly I was rolling like 6 D12s.
Sorry about that.
Glorious.
That's right.
I make
Right,
3
yeah, just to
for attacks.
clarify, I do not cast the spell.
I was gonna bring this up that I was giving you the
I
option.
have marked off the spell slot as
Thank
well.
you. As quiet and stillness, still tense, descends, Zahir kind of takes a backward step to give himself a bit of distance from you, Arquen, before turning around. You wish to talk? Assuage your guilt? Explain your actions?
I'm going to
Fine.
very clearly put my dagger away.
I haven't drawn a weapon.
The spear kind of points down. It's still held, but it's like at a casual, off guard kind of stance.
You wish to stop the person or persons in your eyes who are setting the fires, correct?
Among other things.
What if we can take you to where they're going to be? Or where we think they're going to be?
And why should I trust you?
What would you have to lose?
Letting a dangerous mage walk free within the bounds of the Empire? I could make you tell me where this is going to happen anyway.
I'll happily tell you, anyway. But if you come with us, or we come with you, we can show our innocence and stop the madman who is hurting the Empire. Hurting the people of these lands who have done nothing wrong.
Roll me a persuasion check.
So that's 27.
I refuse to work with Arcanists, licensed or not.
Dick.
Then be on your way and hunt them yourself.
Do you have any
You do not have
ability-
much time.
Do you have any way to make me tell the truth?
Kind of glances at the dwarf that you now know is called Othio. Othio kind of shakes his head. Not without coercion.
What do you mean by
If you
coercion?
say another individual is as more significant a threat to this empire, then be out with the information now, and I may stay my judgment.
I look at the others and just go, we tell them everything.
I'm up at a window, biting my own arm to keep my rage going.
That doesn't work.
I also tell Ximori, put them down.
I just gradually lower them back down to their feet as the tail just retracts quietly.
You see them all kind of like
Pull out some jerky and to the windows.
I will start telling them everything we know, / trying to find it in the frickin' docs because my memory is a sieve.
Amrain. His name is Amrain. We think he's
gonna say-
safe.
Yeah, just saying I tell them everything we know, I need you to tell me what.
No, I know.
what you tell them.
This is why I said I need to find it in the doc.
I don't think I have like a specific notes section for it, but
Sure.
I'll make one.
Yeah, that might be useful. Tell them that we believe this person is Amphrain, and he is of the Old Fae.
AKA Smoke Fingers.
He is going around pretending to be a bard and then charming people to set fires, as well as setting them himself, to punish the Empire for apparently going back on their word. Not that you can believe the word of a madman or mad fae. We believe they are going to be in the town of what?
Do I know the direction that he's in?
It
No.
was north.
Well, no, we were heading for a specific town.
You were.
Yeah, specific town to the north.
Ah, we didn't write it there.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm trying to find it in the notes.
Starts with a B.
Bister.
Oh, it's Brecklian City, isn't it?
Blackpool.
No.
It's not Bracklian City.
Wasn't it?
Nope. Brecklian City is where the Rings of Karakash are now.
Yeah.
Oh, Lord, this was a while ago.
How many B's are there in this frickin' thing?
How many are there actually? I'm interested.
2,561.
If you want,
Doesn't it
one
have
of
to
you
be-
one of you can use up a point of inspiration for me to tell you.
I'm gonna check the campaign guide.
It's not in the
Do I have
campaign
it in
guide.
the
I added it
inspiration?
afterwards. No, not
I'll
yet.
spend
Okay.
my points of inspiration to
Oh,
remember.
Bandare!
The note taker wins it.
Thank you. We are.
That's in session 52, Lesley. By the
Thank
way.
you.
Sorry, I got lost in the massive amount of Leslie's.
I know.
In Bandare, where they hope to do their symphony finale of the entire thing.
Shit.
You seem to know an awful lot of things not many people would know about.
That's because we are hunting him.
Why?
He's setting fire to people's houses.
And the crops and hurting people.
And why does a bunch of assorted nobodies take it upon themselves to solve this?
I
We
live
happen
here.
to be in the wrong place at the wrong time.
Where did
You
you?
and I have unfinished business.
I live in this empire, and I'd rather it not burn.
And so you
I live
seek
here
to
and all my stuff is here.
do it
Basically.
yourselves instead of entrusting.
I've not had the best relationship with authority.
And you
historically.
choose to side with Arcanists. No wonder you've had a
Yeah.
bad run-in with authority.
Well, to be fair, it was more it's a whole long story.
You've proven today that you're not exactly very trustworthy.
I don't have to be. It is
That's
my
the kind of
responsibility to ensure the people of this empire are kept safe from the dangerous powers of the arcane, from whichever realm or person they come from. And when two such mages run rampant through the southern fields, I am not beholden to your morals or upstanding nobility. If you have an issue with that, I suggest you take it up with the Emperor itself.
You do a very good job,
But not today.
but also it makes people afraid, so they don't want to help. People don't like helping when they're afraid.
A lecture from a mutant. Ironic.
Yeah, and who exactly was I meant to go to without being skinned and cut into pieces? Also, what do you mean mutant?
None of you are worth my trust. None of you are worth my protection. You have proven yourselves dangerous and foolish.
We've proven ourselves dangerous, so, like, a tool that could be used.
Unless you want me to cut that tongue out of your mouth, I suggest you stay quiet. I have a responsibility. I have jurisdiction. You claim another is responsible for all of your actions. And yet provide no detail as to how you came across this information, why I should believe a single word dripping from your mouths.
Because I looked for that information.
So, also, this place was burned down, 4 days ago? Where were you guys at that point, and can you prove it?
Along with Dirk.
Quick question. Aderyn's still, like, half hiding where Balrick told her to take cover, so can she hear all this? Like, how loud are they speaking?
I think it's reasonable that you would be able to hear it, yeah.
Okay.
You got a passive perception of 15, yeah, you're fine.
4 days ago, we were in Zidothras resurrecting our friend. Is that right, or is the timing off?
Ooh.
Slightly off. You resurrected him the day after, but
It doesn't matter.
technically what was
That's
happening
fine.
at the point this thing was on fire was Ximori was killing you all.
But we
But that's
You
some of us
can-
were in prison quite far away.
Yeah, I could,
That's provable.
But 4 days ago, we were in Zidothras, and only a few hours after that, resurrecting our friend with the help of the church.
Burden of proof, motherfucker.
Burden of proof to an Inquisitor, sure. We've had this discussion here.
I understand why you don't and cannot trust not only us, but anyone you are searching for at their word. However, why not go to this place to make sure that nothing worse can happen? I will happily come, and you will see it is not us.
Your word is only as good as the story you have told. It requires verifying.
I understand.
Roll me a persuasion check.
$24.
Can I have her advantage?
How?
My great powers of persuasion.
No.
To be fair, 24 is
Really?
good.
This individual you are seeking, you seek them to claim your own innocence from them? Clear your names of the deeds that are currently tied to you and will remain so until otherwise proven?
Honestly, that was not why we were hunting them down. We were hunting them down to stop them. Whether it cleared my name or not, that was not my goal. My goal was to stop them from killing innocents, both directly with fire and by destroying the food that all people of this empire are entitled to have.
We were not aware that we had been targeted, that we had been, what's the word?
Implicated.
Implicated as the culprits.
Do you deny you were in the presence of the flames of Kalkurth? The flames in this town, not 2 weeks ago? And do you deny that you were not charged with illicit use of arcana in the town of Nare?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, just to confirm, yes, we were there. 2 weeks ago, there was the fire. We weren't.
There was the incident with where the chain members were transporting magical goods, which caused the building to go on fire.
And Kalkurth and here, we were helping. And Kalkurth, all the time was burned down. We got people out.
You can ask the mayor of this place about this group and how they have taken it upon themselves to help here.
2 weeks ago, Jesus.
I think Kalkurth, the Scale Guard. Oh, what was the captain of the Scale Guard's name? They can attest that we helped with some bandits. We helped with a displacer beast.
The safety metro was the madame of the one in charge of the auditorium. It was in there when it was on fire, and we ran in to get her out.
You may not like Arcanists, but this group has proven many a time that they are reliable and trustworthy, good. And you say the same for yourself.
Captain Tan Polixy.
I do what is necessary, and is my imperially given right. Regardless, I have been tracking 2 mages. I only see 1 here. What do you know of the half-elf?
Aderyn is still hanging.
Like, pushes herself a bit more against the wall to, like, stay out of view.
Yeah, because as far as I'm concerned, you never left the cart. So you're still in the cart, even though it's stopped.
Yeah.
You peered out of the cart.
We heard the description of Aderyn from inside when I'm sure whatever mess she's mixed up in, it's a big misunderstanding.
So she is not part of your troop.
We met an elf when we were first in the city, in the Kaldruin.
Kalkurth.
Kalkurth, sorry. In Kalkurth. They are not of the Empire. They were definitely unknown of our ways and laws.
Where did they come from? Where are they now?
Came from...
Not here.
Roll me deception.
They came from down south.
Their exact location is unknown to us.
I do 23. Not know the 5-foot square they are in.
There is no war in Barsington.
I literally am in this instance going, they are not here, as you can see. I'm not lying, but I am lying.
Yeah, it's a deception check to kind of cover up what you're trying to do there.
Yeah.
We must verify your claim that you weren't here 4 nights ago. Sorry.
We have many in
Whence?
Zidothras, who could vouch for us.
Can't wait around for that long though.
But
We suspect that the firing will be only a few nights from now.
Are you a gambling man?
I put my money on certainties.
Well, this bet's a dead cert, mate.
Should I come out of this building now?
Well, you know where we'll be in a couple of days, because we've told you where we will be in a couple of days. Trying to stop the fires there.
How about we give you something?
Do you have anything you could give us to track us? Or track me?
Yeah, there you go. Yeah. My exact thought.
Certainly.
We'd have lent you our ox, but...
You see him pull up the spear and essentially flip it back, and that pommel has like a metal section on the bottom with a flat top, which you can now see has the symbol of the Castigators, which is a black lotus. And he walks up to you, Tauri.
I just hold out like a forearm.
Until such point that you are no longer breathing, I will know where you are. You will not hide. You can run. But should your words appear false as I believe them to be, you will find my blade at your back soon enough. And he just presses the thing into you as you say that, and you feel it sear into your skin, and you are left with a brand on your forearm. Was it forearm you gave?
Yeah.
Cool, just checking. Of a lotus in a ring that just sits there, and you can feel it just sit there, and it is uncomfortable more than just the burn. Like it's more than just a burn mark, essentially. You claim to want to be heroes. Save this empire, even if some of you appear to be from elsewhere. I can respect that. Head to Bandair. We'll find you there and follow in your footsteps. Upon verifying your claim with the Church of Zidothras. Don't make me regret this. You can see the blue dragonborn like gets up, and like the calm emotions is kind of the influence of calm emotions has faded at this point, but obviously the conversation's led in a certain direction. And the protector just stands up and like picks up his flail where it had been dropped after being dragged by Ximori. They're here, we can't just let them go. It's fine. Either we'll find them again, or they'll meet an end they're ill-prepared for anyway. Get the rooks. And you can see at this point, Zahir like looks over to the bell tower and like nods, where you can now see quite clearly the guy with a heavily modified crossbow. Essentially is a sniper crossbow.
Hello, Vindicator Assassin.
That just pulls out and just starts heading down.
He takes his held action to shoot me through the chest.
And after yeah. Another ox. Just wantonly. Heads down.
No, Dave too!
And you can see that he turns up also with his own horse. This is a kind of leathers individual. Kind of completely shaven head. And on their horse are 2 rooks that the Empire uses as messenger birds, essentially. And Zahir takes one. She goes, "We will warn the people of Bandair. Now depart before I change my mind."
You killed
I
my
kind of just hold my hands up.
That is a shame. He just turns around.
I'll put my hand on Balrick's shoulder. I'm sorry, Balrick.
I think Tauri also put her hands up, being like, "Thing."
Yeah, I'm still cuffed.
Yeah.
The blue dragonborn does walk over to you and unlock your manacles. That would have been done shortly after you were branded. And if you come across this half-elven mage, report her to the Inquisition immediately.
Of course, we shall do what is right. I walk away.
They walk up, they mount their horses, and begin heading towards Judothrust.
I just glare at them as they leave.
Well, we find you an ox, Balrick.
I'll go sit with Dirk by Dave.
Oh,
Just solemn.
where is Aderyn?
In the wagon.
In the wagon.
Aderyn, it's alright, they've gone.
She's heard
Well.
everything, so she's sort of like hugging her knees to her chest, like kind of like empty eye, just trying to process.
Dissociating.
Yeah.
Lesley is gonna, like towards a spooked horse, approach her slowly, stealthily, I guess, as long as these guys can't see anything.
Waiting
and he's
for them
gonna
to leave.
yeah, exactly. We're waiting for them to get the hell out. He's gonna plonk himself down on one of the nice cushions next to her, and he's gonna say, I don't know what you did back then, but I think it takes a very powerful, very kind magician to stop what was going on out there. It was very impressive. I'm sure once you understand better what you can do, we can convince others.
I know that I'm not entirely safe. I try, I really try, but I don't always control it. But I haven't hurt anyone. I haven't hurt anyone, Lesley. I'm only trying to help, and I don't know what they want from me. And now, if you don't hand me in, maybe something bad will happen to you all, and it will be my fault.
I think we've hurt more people than you've saved ourselves without magic. So don't worry about that. We can make our own choices.
I haven't hurt anyone.
We'll stand by you. Possibly even if you do. Leslie will give a look in Ximori's general direction.
Ximori looks irritable right now. They haven't heard any of this, but there is a distinct slight hunch to their posture currently.
How am I supposed to do the right things and do something that matters if people won't let me? And it's watching me. And I think it's waiting for me to do the right things, but if I do anything, I haven't even done anything, and they already want me.
Some people will judge you based on who you are and not what you do. I think we can hope that maybe in the future this could change. But for now, let's focus on keeping you safe and keeping the people of something safe as well.
And
Thank you.
Well, we'll remember it in about 5 episodes.
after his
Once
burn,
we've
yes.
left. Once we've left.
Once it is ashes.
We won't remember it. Calcath is so hard to remember.
Calcath is the
Bandana,
first
not
one. It's back there.
I think they've.
Was that Calcutta?
Would you like to stay in the wagon a bit longer, or would you like to come outside? I think Balrick could do with some company next to
They killed
Dean.
Dave. Why would they do that?
Horrible people.
There's horrible people everywhere I go.
Balrick will pipe up. Knows effective. I'd have done the same.
Aderyn's gonna climb. out of the
You wish.
wagon.
You wish you could have, old man.
And she's gonna are there any we're in the middle of a town, is there any plants anywhere?
Surprising
Yeah,
amount
right.
considering the place was burnt 4 days ago.
Yeah. Mentioned that plants have been growing surprisingly fast, haven't they?
Yeah.
Usually for
Can I
plants.
can I pluck a flower if I find one and put it on top of Dave?
It's just an
Arquen is just massaging the wound that he got from on his neck.
I stuffed it full of plants.
Did anyone
It's just-
see him get that wound?
Yeah.
I just,
Yeah,
I
you
was
sure
right next to
everyone saw the crossbow in the neck because darkness hadn't taken over at that point.
Okay. What the... Lesley. What the fuck? That's, it's quite some healing you've got on you.
Sort of like, was, 1,000 miles away. It's like, yes. I am hard to kill.
That's what we like in our group. That's what we need in our group.
It just wipes away the last of the moss and lichen which grew around the wound. Do I notice that Ximori is very
I'm not being subtle
caged
about it.
beastie?
Subtle does not go hand in hand with Ximori.
Like
In which,
you've got a very high passive perception, haven't you?
yes.
Yeah, Ximori is not even breathing, they are just entirely still.
I'd put a hand on a shoulder.
There's an immediate flinch, just
Tentatively, and there's You wish to work anything out?
no.
I just said I'm hard to kill.
I know it's a bad time, but I'm really fucking hungry.
Go for a hunt.
Maybe we should leave the town first, maybe?
Yeah, that'd be good.
Lesley is gonna turn to Tauri. Where is Tauri? What's Tauri doing?
Picked up her things that were on the floor. Put them back up.
Tauri,
Told him, yeah.
I'm sorry we didn't immediately. I'm sorry we weren't on board with your plan. In our defense, did not realize there was a plan.
There wasn't a
But
plan from anyone.
we're wrong. not to trust your judgment. And I'm sorry for that. I'll try to understand your way of thinking more in the future.
Aderyn's gonna approach and she's gonna look at Tauri really serious and she's gonna say, you were willing to put yourself through a trial. Would you have also handed me into a trial?
That's not my choice to make.
Would
If you ever
Aderyn-
do, it will be the last thing you do. And Aderyn's gonna she's also gonna say, I have spent my whole life hiding. The eye is watching. It's more open than it has ever been. So I cannot hide much longer. And she's gonna walk away. Back to the wagon.
I'll say quietly, then you'd better be prepared for us all to possibly die. And you'll hear me think it as well.
Arquen would like to go over to Tauri and take her forearm if she's willing and pass the hand over it. And yeah, there's a sort of burst of greenish white light. Smell of rain and fresh peat and moss. And yeah, just cast a cure wounds to take some of the pain away.
You could just seen her kind of just like doing this constantly.
She got branded. That probably hurt.
Well, need to get going, and I can't be here right now, so I'm gonna go.
Is there anywhere we can source a replacement for Dave, even temporary, in town?
I was gonna say, I'll start unbridling it and trying to drag the wagon off Dave.
Arquen, you can probably convince someone to sell you an ox. They're not cheap, especially to buy, like off someone that clearly needs one.
Arquen doesn't really care about money, so
I have a decent amount, not huge now. I'm running low. Bank of Balrick, sir.
Some of us are in
I have
debt.
8 copper.
Lesley is in 553 gold pieces of debt, and Tauri's in 400 gold pieces of debt.
So
Oh yeah.
for this, I'm roughly using the costing of a draft horse because I feel it fits roughly the right mold.
It doesn't have to be an ox, it could be a draft horse.
You're more likely
big
to find a
old
draft
goat.
horse here, to be fair.
Yeah.
So a draft horse costs 50 gold.
I've got 50.
I can put 15 towards that.
I'll take 35 off then.
Balrick, I'm sorry you lost another one.
Oh no, sorry, I do lie. I do have 8 platinum as well. So
Rich.
I'm not throwing that around.
Oh, that was all my gold.
You,
Right, it's just Ximori comes up and says that. I'll just like
as you're
just
doing
a-
it,
just a Steve.
you go talk to the guy who Lesley intimidated, who essentially gives you this just to get you out of town. The sense a lot of you get just ambient. The town is uncomfortable would be a light way of saying it right now.
The town doesn't want us here.
Yeah,
Yes.
the town, you brought Castigators to this town, the one thing that no one in this empire wants to deal with. Right? And for as long as you're here, they see whether they think of you as guilty or not, or dangerous magic users is irrelevant. It's how the Castigators are perceiving you, and because of that, they kind of want you gone. So people are avoiding you. People are staying in their homes.
Is the mayor about at all?
After a short while, the mayor does come down and approach you, seemingly kind of apprehensive and as if they've got something to say, but you can obviously intercede before they speak if you wish.
Literally would just like to say, I'd like to thank you for your hospitality. We'll be going now.
Thank you for the aid you gave us when you did.
You are welcome to it. Good place. Take care. And I will.
You see him go to say something and then just decide against it. May better times find you.
Shield on back. And you.
I think that while everybody's been sort of getting ready, Ximori has just basically walked out of town. Just basically started on the road. And like a little ways like outside the town is just gonna like sit down by the road and wait. Just sort of like sitting down, like knees drawn in, but just eyes staring out at where the the route the Castigators left on, just watching.
Roll me a perception check.
Uh, 15.
15. Two things you watch as they ride away from Sanroi Caar and rejoin the main road. One, you see the second rook that they had fly off and head west towards Regidothras. Not long after that, you see them turn north.
Towards Bandair.
The direction you were heading, yes. And at speed.
Yeah, Ximori just sits there, motionless. Just... Bast. Could you try and quiet it down a bit? I know.
We were in danger.
No, not that. I wanted to kill him too. We're both hungry. So if you can just try and keep it down a bit.
Find us something soon.
How'd you feel about 30-something humans who love to talk to people without any of us having any sort of input, and just go off on the road and talk to people who put us all in danger? How's that sound?
It's a start.
I'll keep you posted, I guess. What the fuck was she thinking? I'll just sit there angrily.
Sometimes it's useful to make pawns of enemies.
We're not that weak. Don't say shit like that again.
You'll learn.
Fuck off. Just sit.
Ximori.
Heal.
Anything else?
What? I mean, hi.
Anything else before you leave town? You pack up, get back on your cart. Balrick, you're aware of some minor structural damage from the sudden acceleration and sudden braking that could do with possibly repairs. It'll hold up for a few days, but you notice it there. Based on your estimations, you have at least 3 days before you'll get to Bandair, probably sometime on the 4th. Following in the passage of the Stormcrest Legion that was ahead of you, the odds of issues on the road are minimal, so we're not going to roll for any random encounters. Is there anything anyone would like to do during these days, or anything they would like to talk about during long rests? I'll leave it up to you.
Arquen would like to just get to know people. But he's not spacing out and looking at butterflies and flowers and stuff.
I think Ximori stays irritable for a good, 2 days or so. Just...
I think Balrick is quite solemn. Chat when people talk, he's not letting anyone see it, but it's another animal dead under his watch. Spends a lot of time with Dirk.
Aderyn's gonna be quite quiet as well. She'll thoughtlessly ramble on about eyes when Arquen tries to make conversation, but other than that, she'll just kind of stick to herself a bit, in thought.
Maybe Balrick sits quietly with Aderyn a lot, because Dirk likes to sit on her lap.
What a cute little dragon.
Hey, Gareth.
Just rests his chin on your thighs as per usual. Yes, Brent.
You need to get a gif of Georgia for Dirk.
That's not a bad idea.
And of course, on the third night, I killed Tauri.
Lesley?
Arquen doesn't yet know about the legendary sport that is Titanfall. Let's go.
Although, he does things yeah, I think I've heard of it. I don't know anything.
Amazing.
I am now, I guess.
You're getting a play-by-play. Leslie's vet, and there I was. It was covered in gore. It was just me and one other on the field. I still don't know the rules.
Bottom of the ninth.
So yeah.
I'll leave Lesley teach me some of it, I guess.
Oh yes.
So I hold the ball
Is there a ball?
That's what Lesley is here for, is to recruit a team.
That is genuinely part of Leslie's hope for his time up here in the Empire.
I mean, if you include Togrim, Deck, and Pebble, you're up to a team of 9. So you're 2 shy of a Titanfall team, starting team.
It's an 11
So
aside.
we just need whatever Arquen's speed is.
There is a faster version of the game that's only 7 aside.
But it's it's less
I do think that we're probably on 8. I don't know that Lesley has convinced Tauri
It's a smaller number. I'll figure it out later. But
to play.
Mm.
But I reckon she'll cheer if Lesley gets punched. So
Has Arquen heard of the
cheer if anyone gets
Valleys?
shit.
So,
Probably not. But no, obviously.
I'm afraid I haven't, no.
Leslie.
Only
show
the
off
greatest
tattoo.
fan.
Show off the
Leslie's gonna
tattoo.
Leslie's gonna turn in the cart, like we're moving a lot. Leslie's turning and he's gonna expose half of his entire butt cheek to you. And it's this massive, very poorly done tattoo of
Of Aderyn's dad.
Aderyn's dad's face.
I'm trying to think of the Bon Valleys are just like a Las Vegas act that are very famous in the party section.
In your, yeah, I was going to say, in your
Famous.
trip, hugely famous. In the Empire, no one's ever heard.
Yeah.
You
I'm
think
very
They've
surprised
never
it goes down.
they've never toured outside of
Yeah.
Loringa.
The
I am
tattoo
very
was
surprised
but
it
goes
unfortunately
down
they
to
stopped. It was
Loringa.
only halfway there.
If
That's
we
what we
go to
got.
I'm
Loringa,
sorry,
it'll be
I believe.
Yeah.
I think I was raised in the Empire, so I'm afraid I've never heard of you.
It'd be very good to go down to Loringa and just experience her getting swarmed.
Yeah.
This is
And
it's
At
an
the
honour
rate
to
we're
be
going, we
sharing
might
breath
need to
with
run
her.
away there anyway.
Claim political asylum.
Could go north.
Arquen would also, during the course of this one evening, like to walk up to Ximori and say, like, "Look, if you want to do some sparring, that's fine by me. If it'll help."
I don't know, because usually things need to stop breathing and that helps, but I don't know. And you seem nice, and I really want to hit you in the face.
I somewhat qualify. So have at it.
There's like a beat, another beat, and like half a beat, and then Ximori is just like on you. Just
Yeah, I'm just letting it happen, to be honest. I'm sort of fighting back in the but you could literally just tear into Arquen, and at the end of it, he just. And like you see everything sort of start to knit itself back together.
okay, what the fuck are you?
He also said that he didn't remember. Do you know
A
where
question
you're
that I have asked myself a lot.
Okay, you got. Is there a fucking tattoo on you or something?
butt cheek?
He. Well, actually, no, it's on my penis now. He doesn't show you his neck. I am not like you. That's all I can say.
To be fair, I don't think many people are like him.
Okay, specifically you. It's them. I prefer them. Him, that's fine occasionally, but fucking get it right, or I'm gonna tear your throat out. I swear to the Empress and all the other one. Look, just in general, Tauri, just shut up for a bit. How's that sound? Just a little bit.
You don't want me to try and fix your tattoo?
Oh, I see. So immediately blackmail. That's where we're going, is it?
No.
Just immediately another collar around my neck. Is that how you want to play this, Tauri? And I am advancing on Tauri.
I want to get rid of it for you.
And you need to keep making little comments. Why? How does that help me exactly, Tauri? How is any of this helping? Like, who are you? Legitimate, like, really? Because you what, here for, like, why are you hanging around with us? You're here for, like, your business dealings, but, like, what does that even mean? What drives you? Is there literally anything?
Originally, it was to try and get away from my father.
Daddy issues.
Definitely just checked.
Now, it's
And-
not this arsehole who's trying to hurt innocent people for no good fucking reason.
So did I hear you say his name is Amhrain?
Yes.
Do I know anything
On
about the name Amhrain?
Roll me a religion check.
Ooh, okay.
Emphasis on the phlegm.
On the flame.
That's a 7. That's a 17 for the -1.
That sounded like a fire dude.
I speak Sylvan as well.
The name
For that.
No.
resonates with you, but why you're unsure. It's like it's a core memory, but you're not sure of the memory around it. Amhrain is Sylvan for the term first kindling. Or like it's never a 1-for-1 into common with Sylvan, due to its nature being from kind of a different kind of line of thinking. But
Is it like he's saying something with this name?
Not necessarily. It feels more poignant, like it's chosen deliberately. Another terminology would have been something like...
It's not his true name?
No. Not by any means. But would have been...
No.
Not the name that he's generally known by, I'm assuming.
But another terminology would have been for it would be...
First form.
First form, no. Like, new beginnings.
I think Arquen's realizing is like the name that he's given you is not his name, not his true name, not even the name that he's known by. I don't believe there are any Fey lords by the name of Amhrain.
Wouldn't surprise me.
I think he's saying something. I'm getting almost the idea of by this name he's saying something along the lines of wait and see. Like,
sounds very wonderful and dramatic. Very theatrical. I'm gonna go kill something. And Ximori just walks off into the darkness, because I presume it's night time when we're having this.
Yeah, I'm assuming this is happening on the first night's camp.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go find something small and defenseless.
Aderyn?
Aderyn is not defenseless.
Please don't eat me.
Is there anything else anyone would like to do this evening?
I have another thing, but if anyone wants to do anything else.
I will just continue copying.
I've got my standard rituals.
Arquen?
Arquen would like to approach Aderyn, actually. As he sort of comes up, Aderyn, you see that he's got the silver music box in his hand, and sort of says to you, sort of like, Aderyn, I don't mean to intrude, and if this is not appropriate, obviously say, but could you cast that spell again? The one that calms the mind.
You on the music box?
On me. I It sort of holds it over like, when I was under the effects of it, I heard voices singing. And since I awoke, it's the calmest I've felt since then. The most like myself I've felt.
Then perhaps the music box is having some sort of active effect on you, but yes, I can try. It doesn't always work when I want it to, but yes, let's try. Aderyn's gonna...
And yeah, he'll sit down on a tree stump.
Yeah. She will cast Calm Emotions.
As he sort of turns the box over in his hands, lets it happen. Just boom. And yeah, you sort of, you might even hear a little bit of this faint music around him as he just sort of stares wistfully off into space. And sort of, as it comes to its close, 10 minutes later, you might see just a tear in his eye.
Did she see anything happen with the music box itself? She'd have been like watching him really closely.
It would be open, and like the single figure would be turning. It's like there's almost like a symphony. So there's that one sort of tinny voice with the bits missing from the song. I feel like you might have even heard like a little symphony around it, like more.
Did that help?
Yes.
If you don't mind me asking, did it give you any memories, or did you see the missing figurine? You seem sad.
I think the missing figurine is me. I sort of hold it up. I still don't know who this is. I know they meant a lot to me. I don't know who they are.
Then
All I know
hope...
is I have to... Sorry.
No, go ahead.
All I know is that I'm here for a reason, and that reason is to help him. But he is not this person. He is Smoke Fingers. I'm trained. I meant to ease his suffering.
You saying Amhain is the figure in the music box?
No, but he's the reason I'm here. Whatever it is that brought me back wants me to ease his suffering. What that means, I don't know.
Well, we know he likes music, and it is a music box, so it could be connected.
Possibly.
If there's anything else I can do to help, I'll ask the eyes during my dreams. Maybe they've seen something.
Thank you. I don't know anything about these eyes that you speak of. If there's any way I can assist you, do say.
Okay.
Can I give a little divine sniff to see if there's any sort of strange influence around
Aderyn?
Aderyn?
Yeah, sure. Roll me a perception check. No, insight.
Insight.
Yeah.
Ooh. I'm not proficient, but that's a 19.
19. Nothing pings. No, nothing that you would be able to determine.
It's not. Yeah, it's not of the three types that
No.
I can easily detect.
After Aderyn has this conversation with Arquen, she's gonna like subtly usher Lesley and Balrick over. Guys. So, you know how like I'm becoming a little bit of an expert in dolls and puppets and things, you know, right?
Worryingly, yes.
Yeah. I think Arquen was a doll. I think no. I think Arquen was a doll no. Look,
I think you're great.
No, but if you look inside, if you look inside the music box he carries, there's a figurine missing. I think Arquen was that figurine, and someone's brought it to life. Maybe a hag.
Lesley, did you grab more of them drugs from Calcutta? Have you been hiding some?
We should maybe go via Calcutta. That might be a good idea.
No, Balrick, I didn't take it.
I think there's something in this. He does have a very dull light.
The music box makes music, and Arquen hears music because he was the doll inside the music box. And I saw Ximori hitting him. He's really resistant, almost like, you know, like he's a doll brought to life.
I'm with Aderyn on this. I choose to believe it because it hurts no one.
Okay. Well, sure. Arquen's a doll.
He's sitting there with the music
And you
box
can
open
do magic.
in his hand.
And there, I think it's a good place to stop.
Magic.
As tensions are high within the group, secrets are being learnt, and questions as to just what does Amhrain actually mean. We will zoom away from the campfire on the side of the road in the dark of the Empire and pick up this story next time. But until then, see you later.